Hey, this is a video response to Jedi Master. I kind of feel the need to do a video response because I pissed you off with that comment, didn't I? Um, yeah. So the topic was circumcision, and you said something like, they wouldn't do it for tradition because they don't have the money, so it probably springs from necessity. And I said something like, my dog could make a better argument than that. And to be fair, yeah, you originally said that it wasn't a strong argument, and it was the beginning of a thought process. So, fair enough. Uh, Peace. I don't have particularly strong opinions about circumcision. I know that in rare cases there can be complications later, and if you had been circumcised, you wouldn't have those. But it's a kind of a weird thing to do to a kid, and the majority of the world doesn't do it. I know, the United States. I know it's common there. In the UK and Europe, it's uncommon. We don't do that. But it's not a big deal. Um, but yeah, you've kind of started me on a thought process. I was thinking about poor people and the stuff they do. If you have less money, will you spend it smarter? And in my experience, poor and uneducated people do more unnecessary things, not less. They even do things that are plainly against their self-interest. For example, I was over in China a little while back, and they have like piles of stones and trees sometimes even, and they'll bow down full length in front of the tree, which is dumb enough, and then they go to the priest, hand over a wad of real money, and the priest hands them a wad of heaven money. It kind of looks like real money, but it's obviously worthless. So the priest takes the real money, he gives them the heaven money, and then they go and burn the heaven money. So they're poor, but they have money to burn. Literally. What else? Malaysia. So I was over there. Food. There were these massive tubs, food stuff. I don't even know what it is. And this stuff cost, it must have been 2 weeks' wages or a month's wages for like 100 gram. It was ridiculous. And they think it's going to bring them luck or turn them into sexual animals or something like that. They waste their money on this stuff. It's crazy. Another time I was in India, well away from the white people, and there was this massive queue. It was like an hour-long queue, and I thought, wow, this must be really worthwhile if people are queuing for an hour. So I joined the queue, the only white guy there, and after an hour I finally got to the front, and all they were doing was, there was this statue of like this saint, and they were kissing his feet and putting a wad of money into a box, and that was it. And then they were gone. So hey, I've been to poor countries too. That's 3 examples. I could give you like 10. Everywhere I go, I see poor people doing crazy shit. You get it in America also. The first time I worked in the States, I turned on the TV, and it's like God. Every advert is about God. Holy water, miracle bracelet. If you phone the number on the television screen and give the guy some money, then God's going to give you 10 times the money back. You don't get that stuff in the UK. So I was like, whoa, no, who could believe this? Who could fall for this? This is so crazy. But the adverts were on there, so I guess it was working. I guess we have something similar in the UK. Scratch cards and the National Lottery. So you pay £1 and you get a ticket, and you may win like 5 million or something like that. The rate of return is appalling. If you work it out, it's 50%. So it's a really bad investment and silly thing to do with your money. And yet, when I go to buy my cigarettes, because the lottery tickets are dispensed along with the cigarettes, when I buy my cigarettes, which is also a dumb thing to be buying, I guess. But you see these people buying these lottery tickets, and you can tell by their clothes and the way they talk that they're poor. And they're not buying 1 or 2; they buy like 30 or 40. So it's kind of similar kind of thing. I guess people are buying hope. If you're poor and your life sucks and you can't see a way of improving it, I guess all you have left is gambling at 1 to a million odds, or an appeal to a supernatural entity to make your life better. So I don't blame them, but yeah, poor people have plenty of cash to throw away. Okay, thanks for listening.